So before the 1500s, generally everyone thought the Earth was flat. Everyone was in agreement that the Earth is flat. No one thought it was a spinning ball, right? So the 1500s came, and I think it was about mid 1500s when Copernicus and all these other people, they started raising the question, oh, what if the Earth isn't flat? What if it's actually a ball, right? And then the next guy would say, what if it's not just a ball? What if it's a spinning ball? And the next guy would say, oh, what if it's not just a spinning ball? What if it's a spinning ball spinning around the sun, right? So one day, real scientists who weren't looking for answers to fit their narrative, but simply wanted to sort out what's true from what's not true. Because there's all this propaganda going around. They didn't know. So they scientists all over the world, like Michelson-Moorley, Aries, even Einstein, they began conducting their own experiments, trying to see what they could prove and what they couldn't prove. And every single one drew the same exact results from their experiment. And those results were that the Earth is flat and the Earth is motionless. Every single one. So through the scientific method, they proved that the Earth is flat and motionless. And people ask, like, okay, so if they proved it, then why do I think it's a ball? Why was I taught that it's a ball? And I think the simple answer to that is you don't research. You don't research things for yourself. You just take what you're taught at face value, and that's it. Because a good example of this is the Civil War. A lot of people, if you ask them which side was fighting for slavery during the Civil War, a lot of them will say the Republicans, when in fact it was the Democrats. And so why do people believe this if it's not true? Because they don't research. They can look it up anytime they want and figure it out. So, all right. So yeah, scientists proved the Earth is flat and motionless. Obviously, this was a huge problem for the people pushing the globe agenda, Freemasons or Illuminati or whatever you want to call it. It was a problem for them. So, luckily, Einstein was their ace in the hole, because out of all those scientists, there was only one, Einstein, who hypothesized that, you know what, maybe we're all unable to prove the movement because the atmosphere is moving with the Earth, so there's no way to actually measure the movement of the ground, right? So this is just a hypothesis. It had no foundation or basis at all, just a hypothesis. So the people controlling the media with the money, they took Einstein and they made him famous. They put him everywhere. They marketed him as a genius. They fucking gave him Nobel Prizes. And by the way, Einstein didn't discover anything. He didn't discover anything. Relativity and E equals mc squared are like the two things that he's known for, right? And relativity can't be proven. The only way you can prove relativity is if you leave the atmosphere and actually physically see the Earth spinning before you, right? So, and the only people who are doing that are astronauts, which arguably are all Freemasons. So basically, the people who pushed relativity are the same people who are proving relativity to you. And anyone with common sense can tell you that that is sketchy. That's fucked. So, where was I? Relativity. Yeah, so the Freemasons, they were pushing Einstein, and that was how they were able to keep everyone's actual experiments below the radar, because I mean, it's pretty obvious that media and popular opinion is worth more to some people. I don't know, but yeah, that's generally it. And Nikola Tesla was someone who constantly was speaking up against what Einstein was saying. Tesla was very vocal about how he felt in terms of what Einstein was doing, relativity, what Einstein would say about space being curved and shit like that, and gravity. Um, Tesla called him out on all of it, and he explained why Einstein is wrong. He knew that Einstein was simply dazzling people like a magician, and yeah, Tesla knew gravity was fake. He knew the Earth was flat. He knew, I don't know what he knew about space, but he knew that Einstein didn't know. That's for damn sure. And people didn't listen to Tesla because they were so stuck up Einstein's ass. That's all it was. Tesla was a genius. He was a genius. He I don't think anyone will argue that he created weapons and devices that could have destroyed the world. This man could have been filthy rich. He could have made so much money off of this stuff. But you know what he did with these inventions? He destroyed them. He destroyed them, and he didn't share how to make them with anyone else because that wasn't his goal. He didn't want to get rich. He didn't want to get famous. He didn't even want credit for his work. All he wanted to do was contribute. He wanted to help humanity, help the world. He wanted everyone to have free energy, and yeah, I think it's because Tesla was born, like, I think his mom was like really religious, and I think he was pretty familiar with the Bible. Tesla knew that God was real, and he knew that money didn't matter. What matters is service to others. That's the most important thing you can do. So yeah, when people asked Tesla how he felt about people buying Einstein's shit, his answer was, "Let the future tell the truth, and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishments. The present is theirs. The future, for which I have really worked, is mine." And that's beautiful. I think the reason he said that is because he knew that the truth shines so bright that when all is said and done, there's nothing left but the truth. You can't. It's unavoidable. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I got this book recently, Zetetic Astronomy, Earth Not a Globe, written by Samuel Robotham. And this book is great. It has a lot of really good experiments that you're encouraged to do for yourself that prove the Earth is flat. Yeah, this video is in honor of Nikola Tesla. He was a genius and a great man. Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson and the rest of those scumbags who lie to everyone else, all I can say about them is enjoy your money and your fame while you have it, because when you die, you're going to leave every single penny behind, and all you're going to have to answer to is the Most High. And I think you're going to have a pretty hard time convincing him that there's more than two genders. Fucking Bill Nye. Alright, thank you for watching. Peace.